We all have curious minds that crave the unexpected. And today we're feeding that curiosity with 50 totally random facts that will surprise, amuse, and maybe even blow your mind. So join us as we make you smarter than your friends. Paul Biya, the president of Cameroon, is 92 years old and has remarkably held office since 1982, making him one of the world's longest-serving leaders, with over 4 decades of continuous rule in the Central African nation. In 1912, Bobby Dunbar disappeared and was found 8 months later with the Anderson family, who insisted he was their son, Bruce Anderson. Lacking the funds for a legal battle, the Andersons lost custody. In 2004, DNA testing proved the boy was not Bobby. In 1952, Adidas acquired its 3-stripe logo from Karoo Sports for 2 bottles of whiskey and 1,600 euros. The iconic trefoil logo was introduced in 1972 for the Munich Olympics, lasting until 1997 when Adidas introduced the 3 bars logo. Fondue originated in Switzerland as a way to use leftover bread and cheese during winter. Traditionally made with melted cheeses like Gruyere and Emmental, it's served in a communal pot, encouraging social dining where diners dip bread using long forks. Rabbits have nearly 360-degree vision due to the positioning of their large, side-facing eyes. This wide field of view helps them detect predators early. However, they have a small blind spot in front of their nose and beneath their chin. The pH scale was created in 1909 by Danish chemist Søren Sørensen. It measures the acidity or alkalinity of a substance, ranging from 0 to 14. Sørensen's invention has become fundamental in chemistry, biology, and environmental science today. In 1975, after Gillette released a 2-blade cartridge razor, Saturday Night Live aired a fake commercial for a 3-blade razor. Gillette launched one in 1998. In 2004, The Onion satirically introduced a 5-blade razor, which became real in 2006. That relaxing tingle from soft whispers or tapping is called ASMR. Surprisingly, it's not just trendy. Many use it to reduce stress, fall asleep faster, or relax deeply, all triggered by ordinary sounds like brushing, typing, or a gentle personal attention. The computer mouse was invented by Douglas Engelbart in 1964. Initially designed as a wooden prototype with 2 wheels, it revolutionized human-computer interaction. The mouse became widely popular after its use with the Xerox Alto and Apple's early computers. Aluminum foil wasn't always used for cooking. In 1910, Swiss company Alken first used it to wrap chocolate. Its flexibility and light-blocking abilities made it perfect for packaging. Turning a sweet treat into the unexpected reason foil became a kitchen essential. In 2013, a Chinese noodle shop owner paid a 10,000 yuan court fine in 0.1 yuan coins, delivered in 8 massive bags. It took 18 exhausted bank staff a full day to count only half the money. Yes, half. Pacing while on the phone is common because physical movement can stimulate brain activity, improve focus, and reduce stress. Without face-to-face interaction, walking helps people process thoughts and communicate more effectively, making conversations feel more natural and engaging. The chevrotain, often called the mouse deer, is a small, nocturnal mammal found in Southeast Asia. Despite its name, it's neither a deer nor a mouse. Known for its agility, it is one of the world's smallest hoofed animals. In 2020, David Ayres, a 42-year-old Zamboni driver, made NHL history as the only emergency backup goalie to win a game. He played for the Carolina Hurricanes against the Toronto Maple Leafs and became the oldest goalie to win his debut. The Holy Well, located on the slopes of the Malvern Hills, is believed to be the site of the world's oldest bottling plant. Malvern spring water was first bottled here on a commercial scale, with a modern bottling plant now housed on site. In 2001, scientists at Texas A&M University successfully cloned the first cat, a domestic shorthair named CC, short for copycat or carbon copy. Unlike her genetic donor, CC had a different coat pattern due to random X chromosome inactivation. Moravec's paradox highlights that tasks humans do instinctively, like recognizing faces or walking, are surprisingly hard for computers, while machines excel at logical or mathematical tasks. This reveals the complexity of evolved human skills compared to programmed artificial intelligence abilities. Lithium is the lightest metal and indispensable in today's tech-driven world. Used in rechargeable batteries for everything from electric cars to smartphones, it plays a critical role in powering modern electronics and supporting the shift toward cleaner energy solutions. Founded in 1732, Livraria Bertrand in Lisbon holds the Guinness World Record as the world's oldest operating bookstore. Its Chiado location has hosted literary greats like Fernando Pessoa and E.C.A. de Queiroz, becoming a landmark in Portuguese literary history. Olive oil is stored in dark bottles for more than looks. Light exposure causes oxidation, which degrades flavor and nutrients. Those tinted bottles act as protection, keeping your oil fresher longer, and maintaining that rich, healthy quality olive oil is known for. In December 2020, GoDaddy faced backlash for sending employees a fake $650 bonus email during the COVID-19 crisis. It was actually a phishing test. After media outrage, the company apologized but didn't issue real bonuses to affected staff. The term computer once referred to a person who performed calculations by hand. By the mid-20th century, it transitioned to describe machines designed to automate these tasks, representing the shift to electronic data processing and modern computing. The Statue of Unity, located in Gujarat, India, honors Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and stands at 182 meters tall. Unveiled in 2018, it is the world's tallest statue, symbolizing India's unity and the leader's role in unifying the nation. Mozambique's flag is the only national flag featuring a Kalashnikov AK-47, symbolizing the nation's struggle for independence. The rifle crossed with a farming hoe represents the balance between defense and labor, peace through strength in a uniquely bold design. The European flag, adopted in 1955, features 12 golden stars in a circle on a blue background. Used by the EU since 1985, the 12 stars represent unity and harmony, not member count, and hold no numerical or political significance. Studies show paper towels are more effective than hand dryers at removing bacteria from hands. Paper towels also reduce the spread of germs through air dispersal, making them a more hygienic choice, especially in hospitals and high-risk public areas. Despite its strings, the piano is not considered a string instrument. It belongs to the percussion family because hammers strike the strings when keys are pressed, producing sound. This mechanical action classifies the piano as a percussion instrument. Titanium isn't just lightweight and strong. It can actually fuse with bone. That's why it's the metal of choice for dental and joint implants. Its biocompatibility allows it to become part of the body, which surprises many unfamiliar with medical materials. The sky appears blue due to Rayleigh scattering. As sunlight passes through the atmosphere, shorter blue wavelengths scatter more than longer red wavelengths. This scattering causes blue light to dominate the sky's appearance, making it appear blue to our eyes. Grapefruit contains compounds that interfere with enzymes in the intestines, affecting how certain medications are absorbed. This interaction can increase drug levels in the bloodstream, leading to potentially dangerous side effects. Always consult a doctor before consuming grapefruit with medication. Sudoku seems simple, just numbers in a grid. But behind that puzzle lies a mind-blowing truth. There are over 6.6 sextillion possible completed Sudoku boards. That's more combinations than stars in most galaxies. Only about 7% of all humans who have ever existed are alive today. That means roughly 108 billion people have died throughout history. It's staggering to realize we're just a tiny sliver of humanity's total story on Earth. QR, or quick response codes, were developed in 1994 by Masahiro Hara at Wave, part of Toyota, to improve part tracking, storing more data than barcodes and offering faster scanning. Wave chose not to patent the codes, aiding widespread adoption. What if slowly exposing yourself to what you fear most could make you immune to it? That's the idea behind allergen immunotherapy. By training your immune system with small doses, even things like pollen or bee stings lose their sting. Ever wonder how Netflix predicts your next favorite show? It's thanks to data mining, analyzing massive data sets to find hidden patterns. Behind the scenes, smart algorithms are learning what you like, often before you even know it yourself. The furthest point from the ocean is known as the continental pole of inaccessibility. Located in the Zhousitoin Ilishan Desert in China, it is about 2,645 kilometers from the nearest coastline. If you've ever coughed while cleaning your ears, here's why. Stimulating the ear canal can activate the vagus nerve. It's called the auricular branch reflex, and it's a strange involuntary response that surprises many people the first time it happens. Despite being a powerful predator, the cheetah can't roar. Unlike lions or tigers, it chirps, purrs, and hisses instead. This surprising fact comes from its unique vocal cord structure, optimized for speed, not volume, making it a quiet outlier among big cats. Ever noticed cholesterol-free on vegetable oil bottles? It sounds impressive until you realize cholesterol only comes from animal fats. That label? Pure marketing. But here's the twist. Plant oils can still impact your cholesterol, just not the way you think. Your recorded voice sounds strange because it's missing bone vibrations. When you speak, you hear both internal and external sound. But recordings capture only air-conducted sound, making your voice seem higher and unfamiliar, surprising and unsettling for most people hearing it. The lunula is the crescent-shaped whitish area at the base of fingernail. It's most visible on the thumbs and represents part of the nail matrix. Its appearance can sometimes indicate health conditions, though it varies greatly between individuals. The word umbrella originates from the Latin umbra, meaning shade or shadow. It passed through Italian as ombrella and French as ombrelle before entering English, initially describing a sunshade before later referring to a rain protection device. Rome isn't just home to the Trevi Fountain. It has over 2,000 fountains scattered across the city. That's more than any other city on Earth, turning an everyday necessity into a jaw-dropping testament to ancient engineering and art. The oldest airline still flying today is KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, established in October 1919. Despite wars, economic shifts, and industry changes, KLM has maintained continuous service, proudly holding its place in aviation history for more than 100 years. In Hungarian, names are always presented in Eastern name order, meaning the family name comes first, followed by the given name. This applies in both spoken and written language, reflecting Hungary's cultural tradition and distinguishing it from Western naming conventions. Boiled eggs can smell awful due to a chemical reaction. When overcooked, sulfur in the egg white mixes with hydrogen in the yolk, releasing hydrogen sulfide gas, the same compound that gives rotten eggs their famously unpleasant, nose-wrinkling odor. A panda's thumb isn't a real thumb. It's an enlarged wrist bone called the radial sesamoid. This unique adaptation helps pandas grip bamboo with surprising precision, allowing them to strip leaves and chew stalks despite having no true opposable thumbs. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is the longest mountain range in the world, stretching over 40,000 miles along the ocean floor. It marks the boundary between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates, where new oceanic crust is formed through volcanic activity. Ever wonder why medicine bottles are brown or orange? It's not random. They block UV and visible light, which can degrade ingredients and reduce effectiveness. This simple design choice helps preserve potency, ensuring your medication stays stable and safe to use. Allodynia is a condition where normally harmless stimuli, like a light touch or gentle breeze, cause pain, often linked to nerve damage, migraines, or fibromyalgia. This puzzling phenomenon reveals how the nervous system can become hypersensitive and misinterpret sensation as pain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Or check out the playlist on your screen for more facts. See you next time.